Hi, I'm Jason Norris, and this is On the Go FM, episode 103. I like to talk about what you can do with a podcast, exploring ways to make your message mobile. Teaching, training, telling stories, and changing lives. You can do it all with a podcast. The reason I talk about making your message mobile is because the way we communicate has changed drastically, and it's about to change even more. Exponential technologies are radically changing our culture, and we are experiencing massive changes in how we connect and communicate with each other. My goal is to get everyone thinking and preparing for the future of communication. If you have a message to share with people, you need to take a serious look at the changes that have already happened and begin preparing now to take advantage of the changes that are coming very soon. There is coming a time, and actually, it's already here, when your opportunity to communicate your message will be with people while they are on the go with their mobile devices. Therefore, make your message mobile. All right, so there are 4 parts to a mobile-friendly message. 2 parts are technical, 2 parts have to do with good communication. So let's start with the technical. Of course, this is using media equipment to record, edit, enhance, and publish your message. It's a mediated message. It's not face-to-face. It's not from a pulpit. A mobile message is something that is made for people to hear or see while they are not in the classroom or in an auditorium. When it comes to the technical side, there are actually 2 technical parts. One is technology, the other is technique. Technology is the stuff. It's the microphone, the recorder, the DAW, the digital audio workstation. It's the audio editor. It's the image editor. It's the video editor. It's the word processor. That's the stuff. That's the technology. Now, technique is how you use all of that stuff. It's proper mic technique, so you sound good without plosives, those popping Ps. Or lots of reverb because of the room you're recording in. It's, paying attention to your levels so the audio doesn't clip, it doesn't get too loud, or even making sure, you don't tap your pen on the table too much or bump the table or bump the microphone. It's those kinds of things. That's the technique side of things. Technique is also how you edit so that no one hears the edits. No one even knows it was edited. Like that sentence I just said. So the technical side of the mobile-friendly message is both technology and technique. Technology is what you use. Technique is how you use it. Between these two, technique is more important than technology. You might not think so right now, but it's something we can discuss on future episodes of this podcast. There are 4 parts to a mobile-friendly message, and 2 are technical. Now we move on to the communication side of this equation. This is what you want to teach and preach, and this is the information. It's the inspiration, the education, the motivation that you want to share in order to get people to respond to your message. No matter what the message. In fact, this is the heart of your message right here. It's what you want to say and what you want people to hear. All that technology and technique stuff, that is what helps you make this mobile friendly. There are 2 sides to your communication: content and presentation. Some people still say content is king. That's not true. Content is only one half of your message. It's only part of the communication process. If you record a podcast or give a speech, the content is the words you use. It's the script or the outline. And that part is important. You want good content. You want to make sure you have your facts right and cite everyone correctly. And of course, be willing to make corrections when you're wrong. But when you make your message mobile, you also have to consider the presentation of that content. In that podcast or speech, Presentation is how you say those words. It's your tone of voice, pacing, pausing, varying your rate of speech. I remember when my dad would talk about this, when he coached me in giving a speech. He had this saying, speak fast, speak slow, speak high, speak low, speak like you mean it, and most of all, mean it. How you speak is a big part of communication. I was reading Pod News for January 18th, 2018, and there was a story in there about how Amazon now has a professional newscaster voice for the Alexa device. And they're going to use that voice for news briefings and other similar kinds of work. The newscaster voice has all the cadences you would expect when listening to news broadcasts on the radio. You may or may not even like that style, but it just goes to show that presentation is a major part in communication. Amazon believes this will be helpful. When you communicate your message, you have to choose the presentation style you think will be best to communicate your content. Presentation, by the way, can also be the level of seriousness or silliness, and whether you're respectful or sarcastic, snarky. The presentation can also include other elements, sound effects, music, or even the noticeable absence of those other things. Communication is both content and presentation. Content is what you say. Presentation is how you say it. I believe both are of equal value when creating your mobile-friendly message. Opinions vary, of course. Whether you disagree or agree, I would love to hear from you. Just click contact at onthego.fm or leave a comment on the show notes page for episode 103. So when you're ready to make your message mobile, consider all four of these components: technology, technique, content, and presentation. As I move forward with my podcast here at On The Go FM, I plan to elaborate on each of these four areas of a mobile message. You can find previous episodes and other articles at onthego.fm. I'm Jason Norris. Thank you for listening.